Story 1. Bison. Every year someone gets hurt or killed in Yellowstone because they think the bison are slow and dumb, and you can take selfies with them. Really, they are quick and powerful but have poor eyesight. As you approach a bison, it may not see you until you are close. Then it can panic and gore you. Story 2. Pretty much any large domestic animal, such as cattle, sheep, horses, pigs, and so forth, we've bred them to be much more docile than their wild counterparts. And indeed they are. However, they are all more than capable of doing lethal harm to a human being under the right circumstances. Cattle and horses, in particular, are quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing around them. A well-placed kick can break a leg or leave someone permanently disabled. A lot of people aren't around livestock and don't know the basic safety rules, which leads to injury and occasionally death. Story 3. Otters. They're cute, yes, but they're also vicious. Look up what frustrated males do to otter pups. Then come back and tell me they're docile. Also, swans, basically geese that have glammed up. Story 4. Platypus. Appears harmless, but it actually contains venomous spurs on its hind legs that can cause severe pain and make one regret existing, and even paralysis in some cases. Do not provoke platypuses. Story 5. Raccoons. People think they are like house cats, but they will tear you up and infect you with rabies. Possums, on the other hand, are like house cats and cannot infect you with rabies. They are just not very cute, so most people think they are evil. Story 6. Dogs, or at least dogs you do not know. You never know how well trained someone else's dog or some stray off the street is. Monkeys, all non-human primates, but it's easy for the average person to understand why a chimp or gorilla might be dangerous. At least as dangerous as their sharp teeth are their smarts. Their opposable thumbs, which are perfect for climbing, grabbing, and gouging. Many species also have zoonotic diseases like herpes that can spread to humans. Story 7. I had a relative who raised cattle for beef. She went into the pen to feed them and one cow attacked. My relative hid under the food trough until the cow wandered off. She then managed to drive to the house and call 911 before passing out. She lost an eye, suffered several broken ribs, and had internal damage, among other injuries. She couldn't remember which cow had attacked her. About a week later, her son was in the pen feeding the cattle when the cow tried to go after him. He was able to run and climb over the fence. The cow ended up being tranquilized. Story 8. Horses. There's a saying that goes, "The only safe horse is a dead horse." Christopher Reeve and Red Pollard are good examples of this saying. Yes, they're amazing animals, and it's been a privilege to grow up around them and have them. But I've also seen people get severely injured from them. Story 9. The Canadian goose. These things will mess you up. They have wings and can fly, but they will choose to walk. Usually, at the busiest areas, they block people and vehicles. Story 10. Pandas have jaws and molars designed to chew through bamboo. People often forget that they are panda bears, but still bears if provoked. Also, Kung Fu Panda is not a joke. Story 11. My uncle and aunt have an old-fashioned farm where they raise 3 pigs every year. One day, while she was alone, one of the pigs pushed my aunt, and she fell to the ground. Apparently, the feeding wasn't happening quickly enough. So, the pig lunged at her to speed up the process, and it must have thought she would make a better meal than its usual ration. She nearly got eaten. She managed to escape because the pigs started fighting over the food. She never set foot in the barn again. Story 12. The average house cat can actually really mess up a person if it wants to. You will definitely win in the end, but those claws and teeth can be vicious and really hurt. They can definitely put you in a hospital. Story 13. Dogs. A lot of people assume every dog they see is like a golden retriever house pet, but strays and abandoned dogs form deadly packs. They basically turn into packs of small wolves that know what humans are and don't have as much apprehension. Dogs kill over 20,000 people a year from maulings and spreading dangerous diseases in less developed areas. Story 14. Bees. They look so cute and fuzzy. But if you put one in your mouth because you think it's going to taste like honey, oh boy, it only takes 4 or 5 tries to figure out that will not go well. Story 15. Blue-ringed octopus. It is the smallest octopus ever recorded, and it has the deadliest venom of any sea creature. It is also really small, but people do not think it is dangerous due to its colors. Bright, colorful creatures. Stay away. Story 16. Deer are responsible for the most animal-related deaths in North America every year. Story 17. Not exactly deadly, but at recess in first grade, a squirrel fell out of a tree and was dazed. A university student sitting in on classes picked it up. It was the first time I ever saw someone leave via ambulance, and there was so much blood. I'm 46 now, and that angry, razor blade tornado is seared into my mind still, 40 years later. Story 18. Mosquitoes kill more people, over 725,000 per year, than any other living creature, including humans. We consider them pests in most of the developed world, but in certain parts of the world, those little creatures can kill you. Story 19. Moose. They have a nasty temper and the muscle to kill you, and the speed to run you down. Plus, with their long legs and high center of gravity, they cause a lot of fatal car crashes. Because in most cars, 700 pounds of moose will go right through the windshield. Story 20. There's an animal called the slow loris, and it can secrete toxin from its armpits and rub it on its teeth to bite you. Probably slowly, but still, it's apparently super painful. Not a sloth, I was watching Ice Age while typing, sorry about that. Story 21. Take me to the land of the bison people. I visited Yellowstone, and I must say, get up and go. It's incredibly amazing scenery. Bison are truly immense, larger than a small car, akin to a large crossover or compact SUV. They have significantly large horns and massive shoulders. And then you see some people thinking, oh, what a fluffy cow, and approach to pet it. Occasionally, they luck out, but when they don't, the consequences can be severe. You might not die, but I guarantee you'll think twice before approaching one again. There's absolutely no good reason to disturb bison. It's best to admire them from your vehicle, especially during the traffic jams they often cause, or from a distance with binoculars or through the lens of a camera. It's among the most beautiful and awe-inspiring landscapes in the United States. I strongly encourage a visit. Just remember, don't bother the bison, or bears for that matter. Story 22. An anteater could slice through you easily if it wanted to. Story 23. Fellow humans, we live in relative comfort and we are far from being violent for the most part. But in each of us, there lies an animal side that is capable of incredible cruelty and proficient violence if pushed to the bounds of survival. Story 24. Dogs. People are usually unsuspecting of strays and such. Over 4.5 million people are bitten by dogs every year in the United States alone, with over 800,000 instances where medical attention is received. Dogs are the third, maybe fourth now, deadliest animals to humankind. Story 25. Hippo. People think they're cute little dough balls and dumb and such. In reality, they're probably the most terrifying thing in all of Africa and have the highest kill count by far. To whoever downvoted me, seriously, I'm not joking. Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter himself, said the scariest moment in his whole career was a section where they were crossing a river full of hippos. This is a man who regularly worked with dangerous animals like crocodiles. Hippos are freaking terrifying. Story 26. Beavers are more dangerous than many people realize. More than one person has lost their life after provoking them. In such interactions, a beaver can charge and bite a person's upper leg, targeting the femoral artery. The resulting severe bleeding has led to fatalities. In an extraordinary turn of events, there are tales of beavers dragging the deceased underwater to their dens, where they purportedly skin the bodies to make hats for their family. I became aware of this chilling behavior because, according to a story passed down, it happened to my father before he met my mother. Story 27. Children, they will infect you with every strain of cold or flu known to mankind, then recover at the speed of light, just in time to watch you suffer in agony. And you stay sick right up until the time they bombard you with the next round of crud. There's no mercy, only the strong survive. Story 28. Caterpillars. I cannot stress this enough. Do not touch caterpillars if you do not know exactly what they are. A flannel moth caterpillar looks like a piece of pocket fuzz and will make you think you are having a heart attack if you brush up against it. Its venom tries to paralyze your entire body.